I went back to the 2021 season and implemented the 12-team playoff to see who would come out on top. Here's a look at the bracket. Now let's head into the first round game. Pitt will go on the road to face Georgia in the first game. Stetson Bennett has Georgia driving on their first drive as he moves the chains with a Kearis Jackson gain of 14. Later in the drive, they face a first and goal as Bennett pitches it to James Cook and he walks in untouched. Bennett has Georgia driving on the second drive as he looks and takes a shot downfield, and Kearis Jackson is behind the defense as they get a 14-0 lead early. Kenny Pickett and his offense are looking to get something going as he takes a shot downfield to Addison, and they have it down at the 2-yard line. Now facing a first and goal, Pickett putting the man in motion, looking, throws it to the flat, and he has Stovall for a touchdown. A minute left to play in the half. Bennett under the center, looking to throw downfield, and he has Jermaine Burton who's going to score for a 21-7 lead. Kenny Pickett is looking to lead his team down the field and get some points before half as he finds his receiver around midfield. Later in the drive, 5 seconds left, they go with the kick and they cut the lead down to 11. Kenny Pickett and his team is looking to cut into the lead as he takes a shot deep to Jordan Addison, and he's not going to get caught, and they're going to cut the lead down to 4. Just a minute left to play in the third quarter. Stetson Bennett on a play fake. He's going to get sacked and lose the ball. Pitt will pick it up. Down 4, Pitt is getting aggressive, going for it on fourth down as Kenny Pickett completes it across the middle for a first down. Now in the pistol, Pickett hands it off up the middle to Israel Abanikanda, and he's going to get in for a 13-yard touchdown. Just under 6 minutes left to play, Georgia has the ball around midfield as Bennett takes a shot down the field, and Kearis Jackson will have his second touchdown of the game. Down 1, Pitt has just over a minute to get in field goal range as Kenny Pickett throws short for a gain of 4. Now 4th and 3, game on the line. In a 2x2 set, Kenny Pickett throws the drag route, and Georgia gets the stop, and they'll escape with a win. Ohio State and Michigan will meet up for the second game in the first round. C.J. Stroud has let the Buckeyes down the field so far as he throws it across the middle to Chris Olave, and he's going to take it in for a 29-yard touchdown. The Buckeyes have drove right down the field and is looking to punch it in on his 4th and 2 as Maya Williams picks it up. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line as Stroud tries to set up the screen to Henderson. He has it on the edge and he will walk in for the touchdown. Michigan State finds himself in the red zone as Thorne hands it off to Jordan Simmons on the left side, stiff arms a man, and picks up a touchdown. The Michigan State defense has not been able to stop this Buckeyes offense as Travion Henderson gets in for another score. Now only up 11, the Buckeyes are looking to get some more points on the board before half as Stroud throws across the middle, and that one's going to get picked off as Michigan State will have good field position. The Spartans face a 3rd and goal with just over 20 seconds left to play as Kenneth Walker gets in untouched for a touchdown. In the middle of the third, the Michigan State Spartans will cut the lead to 1. The Buckeyes are looking to answer back here, and they face a 3rd and 4 as Stroud has all day in the pocket, takes a shot deep to Garrett Wilson. He has it for a touchdown. Michigan State was able to tackle on 3 on the next drive as Stroud has now taken another shot down the field, and Olave gets by the defense for a 44-yard touchdown. The Ohio State offense has proved too much for the Michigan State Spartans as they put up 42 in a win to move on to the next round. Notre Dame and Utah will meet up for the 3rd matchup in the first round. It's been a low-scoring game so far, but Micah Bernard punches in for the first touchdown. Notre Dame is looking to get some points on the board before half as Cone takes a snap, throws it to the flat, and that one's going to get picked off by Sewell. Sewell with some room to run. Past the 40, past the 30. He's getting down around the 15-yard line. With a made field goal here, the Utes could go up by 10 as the kick is on its way and good. 3 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame is still down 10-0. Cone takes a snap, throws. He has Braden Lindsey, and he's going to take it down around a 5-yard line. Now a 1st and goal from the 6. Cone looking, delivers over the middle, and he has Avery Davis for the touchdown. Utah is facing a 3rd and 6, looking to milk out the clock as Rising throws, and that one sails too high. Notre Dame now with a chance to take the lead, but they face a 3rd and 8 with a minute 30 left to play. Cone stands tall, delivers a strike, and he has Braden Lindsey for the 21-yard touchdown. Rising and Utah find themselves down for the first time in the game, but he delivers a strike for a gain of 17 around midfield. Now Rising is extending the play with his legs, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first around the 45-yard line. Later, the next play, Rising sends a tight end in motion, throws over the middle, and he has his man down around the 15-yard line. The next play, Rising takes the snap, throws it over the middle, and he has Solomon Ennis for the touchdown. Utah takes back the lead. Notre Dame has just over 30 seconds to get into field goal range as Cone takes a snap, takes a shot down the field, and he has Kevin Austin for a gain of about 32. Now 2nd and 5. Ball around the 35-yard line. Cone throws it short, and Michael Mayer picks up the first in field goal range. 5 seconds left. The kick is on the way, and it is good as Notre Dame forces overtime. And they get the ball first as they hand it up the middle to Kyron Williams for a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3. Cone's looking to throw, has all day, takes a shot towards the end zone, and that's Austin for a touchdown. Utah is trying to keep their season alive as they need to convert this 4th and 10 to around the 4-yard line. Rising, running out of time, and he gets sacked as Notre Dame will advance to the second round and face Cincinnati. Oklahoma State and Ole Miss close out round 1. Oklahoma State leads 3-0, but Ole Miss punches in for 6 as Jerion Ely gets in from a yard out. Oklahoma State is looking to answer back. As the first play of their drive, Oklahoma State throws a fake screen, and Langston Anderson comes down with the circus catch, and he's going to be brought down around the 30-yard line. Later in the drive on a 2nd and 4, Spencer Sanders handed off up the middle, and Jalen Warren gets in for a touchdown. Now it's Ole Miss driving with a minute left to play in the first quarter as Corral takes a shot down the field, and Braylon Sanders comes down with a touchdown grab. Starting out the second quarter, Spencer Sanders hands it off to Jalen Warren for his second score of the day. Ole Miss was able to tack on 3 on the last possession, but Jalen Warren gets in for the hat trick. A minute 30 left to play in the third quarter as Matt Corral takes a snap, has all day to throw, takes a shot deep, and Jonathan Mingo will tie it up. Tied up at 24, Oklahoma State has the ball in the red zone, and Jalen Warren gets in for his 4th touchdown. Down 7, Ole Miss faces a 4th and 3 as they hand off to Jerion Ely, and they get stood up. The touchdown here will officially seal the game as Jalen Warren gets in for the 5th time today. What a game. Ole Miss is looking to give a last little effort as Corral throws over the middle to Braylon Sanders, but they don't get the onside kick, so Oklahoma State will advance. If you enjoyed the video so far, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Here's a look at the second round matchups. Now let's get into it. The first neutral site game is the Orange Bowl between Notre Dame and Cincinnati. It's a 3-point ball game late into the first quarter as Desmond Ridder is taking a shot deep, and he has Alec Pierce, and he's on the foot race tripped up inside the 2. Now a 1st and goal, Ford gets the carry, and he gets in for a 10-0 lead. Now a 10-3 ball game. Ridder with the play fake, looking, throws it deep down the middle, and has Trey Tucker, and he breaks a tackle, and Trey Tucker's going to take it in for a touchdown. The Irish are looking to get some points on the board here as Cone has all day to throw, throws it across the middle, and finds Kevin Austin for a touchdown. Notre Dame starting the 4th quarter down 10 as Cone finds Kevin Austin Jr. in the back of the end zone. Cincinnati is looking to extend the lead to 6 with a kick here as the kick is now on its way and is good. Notre Dame went 3 and out on their next possession as Cincinnati is looking to put the game away with a score here as Ridder is getting sacked and he fumbles the ball and the Irish pick it up. Notre Dame can take the lead with a touchdown here as Cone has all day to throw, throws the wheel route, and Chris Tyree comes down with a touchdown. Ridder just needs to get Cincinnati in field goal range as they face a 1st and 10 with just over a minute 30 to play as Ridder is extending the play with his legs and gets a gain of about 15. Now in the next play, Ridder in the gun. Now looking to throw, escaping the pressure, runs, he picks up the 1st and much more, and he's going to get a gain of about 20. Now a 3rd and 6 with 14 seconds to play, Ridder going end zone, and it's Alec Pierce for the lead. Notre Dame has one final shot as they need to convert this Hail Mary. Down 5, Cone taking a snap, starting to run out of time, and that'll do it as Cincinnati will advance. Next, Alabama will face Oklahoma State in the Peach Bowl. Oklahoma State is looking to get some points on their first drive as Sanders throws over the middle, and that one gets picked off by the linebacker. Alabama has made use of the short field as Bryce Young finds Mechie for 6. Oklahoma State has had a much better second drive as Sanders looking to get in the end zone and he finds Presley for 6. Alabama is looking to answer back as Bryce Young puts the tight end in motion. They hand off to Robinson and he's down the right sideline. Robinson breaks a tackle and Robinson's past the 30, inside the 20 and inside the 10. Now 3rd and goal. Oklahoma State looking to get a stop, but Jace McClellan takes it in for a touchdown. Second quarter, Alabama is starting to score again as Bryce finds JoJo Earl for a touchdown. The Oklahoma State offense cannot get anything going as Young now throws it deep and Jamison Williams makes a diving 41-yard catch. Now 1st and goal, Brian Robinson up the middle and he's going to get in. Bama is threatening to blow out Oklahoma State, so it's important for him to get points on this drive as Tay Martin gets open and he's down at the 2-yard line. Now facing the 3rd and goal, Spencer Sanders has it, looking to throw, and he has his man. Oklahoma has cut into the lead and now is down 11 as Bryce Young and Alabama is looking to respond, and J-Mo has it for a gain of 4. Now 1st and goal, Bryce hands it off to Robinson and he's going to get in. A touchdown here could put the game at his reach as Brian Robinson gets in for yet another touchdown. Illingsworth has checked in for Sanders as he's delivering a strike across the middle to Blaine Green for his 2nd touchdown. Alabama will beat Oklahoma State to move on to the Final Four as Jace McClellan gets in for a leap and score. Baylor and Georgia meet in the Cotton Bowl as Georgia is now looking to score a touchdown here, but they face a 3rd and 5. James Cook up the middle and he's going to walk in for a touchdown. Now cutting to the 4th quarter, each team has combined for 5 field goals as Gary Bohannon takes a snap and he's looking to pick the 1st down with his legs and he's going to be down around the 45. Now facing a 3rd and 5 around midfield, Bohannon looking to throw and he finds his man Gavin Holmes for a gain of 10. Now facing a 3rd and 4 with just over a minute to play, Bohannon throws and he has Estrada and he's down inside the red zone. Another 3rd down this drive. Bohannon is changing the play, takes a snap, throws it over the middle and it gets dropped. A false start has backed him up by 5, making it a 4th and 14. Bohannon looking to throw, has all day, throws it across the middle, and he's going to get stopped 5 yards short as Georgia will advance. Michigan and Ohio State will rematch in a Rose Bowl for the final game of the 2nd round as Stroud delivers a strike towards the sideline and Julian Fleming is fighting his way down inside the 5. Now facing the 2nd goal, Ohio State in the pistol. Stroud looking to throw, throws back of the end zone, he has Chris Olave. Now in the 2nd quarter, Michigan has been able to tack on 2 field goals, but Ohio State answers with another touchdown. This time it's Travion Henderson. The Buckeyes have been able to hold Michigan into 3 as C.J. Stroud delivers a wide open Jalen Ballard touchdown to go up 21-9. Now starting off the 3rd quarter, a 2nd and 17 in a 3-receiver set. Stroud takes a snap now, delivers a strike over the middle, and that's JSN, and he's weaving his way, and he's going to be brought down. No, he's up, and JSN is going to score from 62 yards out. McNamara is finally looking to get his team in the end zone as he takes a shot towards the end zone, and that's Cornelius Johnson wide open. Michigan facing a 4th and 1 down 9. McNamara takes a snap, throws it across the middle, and they move the chains. Now a 1st and 10. McNamara is looking to throw, throws it towards the sideline, and that one gets picked off as Ohio State will advance with a 28-19 win. Bama, Georgia, Cincy, and Ohio State are the 4 teams left remaining in the 2021 12-team playoff. Georgia and Alabama will meet in the Sugar Bowl. Bama starts out with the ball as Bryce Young is looking to throw, has all day, throws over the middle, and he has Jamison Williams who's going to bring it down around the 30-yard line. Later in the drive, Alabama faces a 2nd and 6. In the gun, they hand off to Jace McClellan. On the outside, he gets a block, and Jace McClellan's going to walk in for a touchdown. Georgia is looking to answer back with a drive of their own as they face a 4th and 1. James Cook makes a man miss, and he's going to pick up the 1st and more, and he's down inside the 10-yard line. Now Georgia comes out in a 4-receiver set in the pistol. 2nd and 2, they hand off up the middle to Cook, and he's going to walk in untouched. 2:22 left to play in the 3rd. Bennett is taking a shot down the sideline, and it's Rosemary Jack Saint, and he's going to have him inside the 5-yard line. Now a 1st and goal. Georgia looking to take the lead. James Cook bounces it to the outside, and he gets in from 4 yards out. Bryce Young in Alabama is looking to answer back as he takes his drop, throws it down the field, and that's John Mechie, and it's going to be a foot race to the end zone, and he's going to get in from 68 yards out. The Tide are going to go for two to go up 7 as Brian Robinson gets stopped. Bama is looking to extend their 5-point lead as Slade Bolden is going to pick up the first around the 25. Later in the drive, Bama faces a first and goal under 3 minutes as Brian Robinson is going to take it up the middle for a touchdown. Georgia down 12 late. They need to score quick, and Bennett's going to take a shot down the field, and A.D. Mitchell's behind the defense, and they cut into the lead. Instead of kicking it deep and trying to force a 3 and out, they'll try for the onside kick, but Alabama will recover it. Georgia still has 3 timeouts left, though. Alabama with a first down here can end the game as Brian Robinson gets it on the counter, and Alabama will advance to the national championship game. Ohio State and Cincinnati will meet in the Fiesta Bowl for a chance to play Alabama in the championship. Cincinnati has drove down the field in their first drive and is looking to punch it in on his first and goal. Ritter sending the receiver in motion, the handoff up the middle to McClellan, and he's going to get in for the first score. The Buckeyes are looking to answer back on their drive. C.J. Stroud with the play fake, taking a shot, and he has JSN, and he's going to score from 33 yards out. A 7-7 ball game in the first as Ritter tries to throw a screen, and Ronnie Hickman's going to pick it off, and he's going to take it back to the crib. Since he was able to tackle on 3 to cut it to 4, but Stroud and Ohio State's driving again as he has all day to throw, and he has Garrett Wilson down the field, and he's going to be brought down around the 7-yard line. Now starting the second quarter, Ohio State has the ball around the 2-yard line, and Travion Henderson is going to get in for the score. The Ohio State defense was able to stop Cincinnati in the red zone again, as Ohio State now has the ball on offense, and Stroud throws a pick to Sauce Gardner, and he's going to have room to run, and it's going to be the second pick 6 of the game. Cincinnati is looking to even up the score at 21, converting this 2-point conversion, as they hand off to McClellan, and he's going to get in again. Ohio State is looking to get some points on the board as Stroud throws it complete to Chris Olave, and Chris Olave is going to take it down at the 11-yard line. Now facing a 2nd and 9. Stroud dropping back, has all day, throws corner to the end zone, and it's Ballard for the lead. The Buckeyes are looking to go up 2 possessions as Mayan Williams punches it in. Cincinnati is down 2 possessions with 6:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. They face a 3rd and 6. Ritter throws to Tucker, and he's going to be stopped inches short. Now 4th and inches. They need to pick this up here. Ritter facing pressure, and he completes the pass over the middle for a first down. A face mask will give him an extra 15 as they now face a 2nd and 3, and Ryan Montgomery's going to get in for a touchdown. 3 minutes left to play in the game. Stroud and Ohio State is looking to not give the ball back to Cincinnati with a chance to tie it as Stroud delivers a strike to Garrett Wilson for a gain of 27. Now, just over 2 minutes left to play, Stroud delivers another strike, and this time it's going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba who has it for a first and goal. Now Stroud looking to throws back of the end zone, and he has his man across the middle. That is Garrett Wilson, and that just might do it. Cincinnati's going to face a 4th and 9 with the last hope on the line. Ritter putting the wide receiver in motion. He takes a snap, throws it short, and he's going to be stopped as Ohio State will play Alabama. The top 2 picks in the 2023 NFL Draft will face off in the championship game, as Ohio State is looking to strike first. As they move the ball across midfield, Stroud throws it to his back Travion Henderson, who's going to take it around the 30-yard line. Later in the drive, they face a 1st and goal. Stroud, with his zone read, he keeps it, and Buckeyes strike first. Alabama has had no problem moving the ball on this drive as Bryce Young keeps on the zone read, and he's going to fight his way in for a touchdown. In the second quarter, Alabama is starting to score, but they face a 4th and 1 and pick it up with Jace McClellan. Now they face a 3rd down. Bryce Young gives it on the handoff to Brian Robinson, and he gets in. Stroud and the Buckeyes are looking to answer back here as Stroud feels pressure, and this one's going to get picked off the receiver's hands. The Tide are threatening to go up 21-7 as McClellan walks in untouched. Alabama has dominated the game to this point as Brian Robinson is going to get on the outside zone, and Brian Robinson makes 2 people miss and gets in for a 28-7 lead. Alabama has been able to slow down Ohio State's high-powered offense as Brian Robinson gets in for yet another score to make it 41-7. Ohio State was able to get a field goal in their last possession, but Alabama has had no trouble moving the ball on this Buckeyes defense all game long as they face a 3rd and 2, and McClellan is going to get in for a 48th point. Ohio State is trying to get in a garbage time touchdown as Stroud takes a snap, has all day to throw, still on his feet, throws across the middle, and he has his man Julian Fleming for a gain of 22. Now a 2nd and goal with just under 3 to play. Stroud throws across the middle, and that's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. Alabama is your 2021 national champs. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, click on the video on the screen.